Welcome, Wolverines, to episode 3 of the Weekly Wolverine. Today, I'm here with senior at Vian High School, Nathan Creasey. Tell us about yourself.
Oh, I'm just making it in life. Gonna go do big things after high school. I just enjoy playing football. That's what I do.
You got any interests or hobbies?
Really, it's been about football for pretty much most of my life. Um, I play some video games a little bit, but it's mostly football.
Football is the town hobby.
Oh,
I
yes,
tell
it
you what,
is.
that's the spirit of the town, man.
Yes, it is.
Tell us about yourself, about football. What's your favorite memory?
I would probably have to go with that one-hander against Preg that I had last year, junior year. That was a pretty good one. I was kind of surprised I scored because I'm not that fast, but I managed to make it there.
It was pretty good effort, I'll give you that.
Thank you.
Would have been picked off if you didn't catch it.
Oh, it would have been bad.
Tell us, what'd you think about how the season went, making it to the quarterfinals for the first time in a few years?
Well, I was proud of the team. I thought there were some games that could have went, another way, but I wouldn't change it whatsoever. I think the team really bought into the season, and we worked hard, and we got it done in some games, and played hard.
Well, given that, there was a lot of young guys. I mean, there was me, you, and another senior. There's only 3 of us that graduated. But given that, there's a lot of young guys. Who do you think was your, say, a guy that you didn't expect to do as well as they did this season?
I probably have to go Caden Fulbright or maybe Tristan Wiley. I think they both stepped up big time, being juniors. I think they stepped up and they worked hard over the off season, and it was good to see it pay off and them really buy into the season.
I think for me, it'd probably be Garrett Hunt, sophomore. He's really stepped up at a center. Off season, I told Coach Boyd that we really needed him there, and I'm glad that's how it went. Is there any key moments or significant wins that you have in recent memory that you think were pretty great for us in any 4 years?
Well, out of the 4 years, I didn't play in it, but Cassia Hall comes to mind. That was a big game at home. Coming back, we're down 21. So that was a big game. We managed to come back from that one. That's pretty memorable. The district championship last year against Preg was pretty good. Adair this year, finally winning in the second round after a while. And it was a big win, so I think that was good for the town.
Yeah, talk about that Cassia Hall game, our sophomore year. That was a pretty good comeback. I mean, we were down 6-28 at one point. We drove down with 2 minutes left in the second quarter, bring it up to 12-28 at halftime. But then we ended up winning 35-28. We held a shutout, and it was a pretty good team that year. It kind of sucked that we fell to Beggs, but I think Beggs was probably the best team in that bracket, given that.
Mm-hmm. Well, Beggs, when they came in and they had that, C.J. Brown was a dog. He kind of gave us the work, but yeah, that Cassia Hall game, our defense really just bought in, and I remember sitting there. We weren't playing, but I remember sitting there at halftime, and I think it was Coach Kenyatta was like, "We're gonna go win this game," and sure enough, he was right, and we did go, in fact, win that game.
Yeah, I think a lot of things. It was just very slow starting. Cassia Hall kind of just got a little tricky with that diamond formation. Fullback took it 80 yards. That's something that doesn't usually happen against us. But that we really bought in that second half, and we played Vian Wolverine football.
Yeah, I think some of the seniors like Zaven Lackey, I think his leadership definitely helped us get back to where we were supposed to be and go win that game.
And that's good too. And that district championship last year for Preg, that was wonderful too. First kickoff of the game, Preg takes it back to the crib, and there's 11:51 left in the first, and we're already down.
Yep.
It was kind of one of those things. What are you gonna do when you get punched in the mouth? Are you gonna keep fighting, or are you gonna lay down and quit? And we kept fighting. We went in up 12-6 at halftime, and we came out and proved we were a dominant team.
Well, they just wanted to keep running it and keep pounding it, and it was working for a while, but they got tired, and we kept fighting, and it showed. They kind of shut down our run game, and everybody knows that Vian is known for their run game, so them shutting us down was a little worrying, but Diego Ramos, he could throw, so it was good that we had some playmakers on the outside that were able to catch the ball and go score too.
Yeah, and like you had your catch, or one-handed catch. But Deshaun Mays also had that. He tipped up and jumped over that kid's head and got 1 foot in. That was pretty impressive
That
too.
was impressive. I couldn't believe he caught it, and I didn't know if the ref was going to call him in, but they did, and it was exciting.
And I remember the crowd didn't even erupt until after it was called the touchdown. Everybody thought he had just went out of bounds. It was pretty insane. I will agree. And
I
that 8-air game this year, that was wonderful. We were down 7-20. It was kind of how you're going to respond, and everybody kept playing, even those young guys. And that was a game I appreciate the most from the young team.
Yeah, we got down when they scored that third touchdown. And I was like, man, it ain't looking good. We just got to keep fighting though, and I was, we shut them out the rest of the game. So it was good that we came out on top 45-20 on that game.
I really think the turning point on that is when we got back on defense, and Mason Wright picked up that 6'2", 205-pound running back and slammed him on the side of his head. And Tristan Wiley was picking at the ball the entire time and got it to come loose. We took it on the 15, scored. Next drive, block a punt for a touchdown, force another punt next drive, and then we take it in, and we just kept scoring. We had all the momentum, and it was all gained from one play.
Yeah, I never really bought into the whole momentum thing, but it's real. It's real. I didn't realize how real it was, but yeah, once Mason picked up that kid, and I was in man coverage, so I was way down the field, and I just remember seeing that guy go up in the air, and I was like, well, that ain't gonna be good for him. And then the ball was loose, and I was like, okay, first down Vian, I guess.
Yeah, it was wonderful, and he's had a lot of plays like that. They're just tackles that really change the momentum of a game. Like the previous week before that second round playoff game against Eufaula, uh, when the quarterback was making a lot of moves on the rest of us, he grabbed him, slung him down. Quarterback went out for a play, and he didn't play the same the rest of it truly was a turning point. It really we were winning, but Eufaula was done after that.
Yeah, they laid down once Mason got going. They were like, well, we ain't stopping him, and he's gonna keep stopping us, and that was the case. There's a few guys on our defense that I would not want to play against. Mason Wright, Cash, Collins, I wouldn't want to play against him either. So it's good to have those kind of guys on your defense and on your side.
Oh, for sure. And well, let's talk about our final game as a Wolverine football player. We go on the road to Ada. We were the home team, but neutral site, and we play number one Washington. Everybody knows they're a really good team. Only lost 2 games in the last 4 years. That's a pretty good football team. But I think we played our hardest. Everybody did, and it was not the outcome we wanted, but is the one we can accept.
Yeah, I think the whole thing was just try to give the best effort that we could, and I thought we did that. I was glad that I could make some plays for my final game, and I even went and scored, and it hadn't happened to me it only happened but a few times in my Wolverine career, so I was glad to get one final one. I got banged up pretty good. I think the rest of the guys got banged up pretty good, but that's what you would expect against that.
Yeah, they were a pretty physical team. A lot more physical than we really thought we could handle. Really, we're a pretty physical football team ourselves, but I mean, they came to play. We came to play, but they got a few guys that can just go a lot harder than us. They're D1 talent, and we don't have all that. We're just kind of some average people walking through the hallways.
Yeah, we work hard, so it was nobody else has scored that much points on them, so it was even undersized and not as much talent as them. We still put up a fight against them.
And that's the beauty of effort.
Yes, it is. Yes.
Thank you, Nathan Creasey, for coming out today. I want to thank my crew. Uh, Tune into next week's video. It'll be talking about esports and episode 3 of the Weekly Wolverine. Have the day you deserve.